Natalie. I knew too much about you.
The professionalism of Lisa McCaffrey really is just hitting a crescendo.
Just keep your hand out right before every interview, and I'll spit my gum out, my mint,
whatever it
my
is
candy. Just really classy. Classy gal. Yeah.
Radio Row, keeping it rolling.
Radio Row 2023. We've got the guest of the hour.
The guest of
one
the
of
century.
My favorite humans on the planet. One of the best teammates for my son. Thank you for putting up with him. Yeah, I went to college with him. Pac-12. What else?
Solomon Thomas.
What's going on, y'all?
Welcome to your mom.
I love your mom's podcast.
Oh,
so sweet.
You had to say that.
It's my favorite podcast.
No, I love you. Oh my gosh. And I have to say, I love your mom. I love both your parents. I love your mom. Yeah. She's one of my favorite people.
She loves you, my dad. My whole family loves you.
Yeah,
I love your whole family. Yes,
we had a blast going through the recruiting process with them. Everything,
draft process.
Draft process.
All of it, all together. It's been really cool.
Yeah, it was same with us too. It's been incredible.
Martha Thomas's interview was one of our most viewed episodes so far. She was phenomenal, as you know, obviously. But she told a story, or maybe Lisa brought this up, and I just feel like we need to clear the air.
I know you're going.
Is it true that Lisa tried to bathe you at one point?
I wouldn't say she offered.
Oh, okay.
It was an offer. It was like, hey, Solomon.
Time out. There's a backstory here. Let me explain myself.
I got your version. Yeah. I want to hear Solomon's version.
She wasn't like nothing physical trying to bathe. It was more like an offer, like, hey, if Solomon, like, I know they don't have baths at Stanford. If he wants to come over and have a bath, in the hotel room, he's more than welcome. It was like
it's so inappropriate when you think about
a very nice offer.
And she said that to you or to Martha? Who did you make that offer to?
Directly to Martha. I said to your mom. I think it was okay that I sexually harass your son.
Right.
I okayed it with the mom first, so it's okay. So weird. It sounds like so. Going back to when Max was at Duke, they have those. They share a bathroom with they shower with 100 guys.
Yeah.
And I would stay in the hotel right by the school, Washington Duke, and we have this beautiful bath. And he was like, "Hey, I just want to come over and take a bath." And it was like the best thing because he would you just relax. You shut the door, just relax and take a bath. I'm like, it feels so good in his body. You guys are doing, working so hard. You need a break. So I'm like, I remembered, wow, if Sully ever wants to just come and relax and take a bath in my hotel room, which now out loud doesn't sound right.
Now that you're saying it on a podcast, it doesn't quite land the same. But did you take her up on the offer?
Yeah,
no,
I didn't. I should have
because you're a professional and you're.
Well, she's right. The showers, we're all in the communal showers. We needed. A bath would have been.
Wouldn't it have been nice on your body? Then I was respecting your work and your hard work and what you do to your body.
You handled that really professionally. I just must say.
I love you,
and it's amazing that Martha has allowed you to hang out with Lisa ever again. So that's great.
I just loved ever since.
What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite Lisa story?
Oh gosh.
I'm sure there's a lot in the lots of ways.
Not just a favorite story, but just being around her is always the best time. She's high energy, funny. People don't know, but Christian is a model of Lisa. They both can dance very well. Christian and Lisa can dance the best, but Christian's a very good dancer.
Is he really?
Christian's humor is very like Lisa's, very funny, very appropriate.
Why don't you think? Because here's the thing: that's not the vibe that he gives off in his public persona. You wouldn't know that.
He's
working. So you think that what people think of Christian McCaffrey isn't maybe the underneath. He's a little bit more.
There's layers.
He's
like an onion.
Yeah. He is who you see as well. He's the most dedicated, most focused guy you'll ever meet. Talking about a guy who takes care of his body, his health in every way possible. The things I've learned in my career on how to take care of my body, of different techniques, different people, of methods they have, I've learned from Christian. Christian's taught me about the Odoa guys and myofascial guys, nutrition. He's helped me with a lot of my own, how to take care of my body. He is that dedicated and laser focused in the game. But then there's also the side of him who's laid back, funny, hilarious, making jokes all the time. Great storyteller, great knowledge of music, just this very versatile guy. He's top tier guy.
He's a mini Lisa. Now that you put it that way, that's exactly right. I love that.
Whatever. Yeah. Sorry, Christian.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Fill us in.
Yeah. Wait. So you're up for the player of the year,
Walter
the best
Payton
everything.
Man of the year.
Man of the year. You're just the man of the year, basically.
Yeah.
The
You're our man of the year, no matter what happens.
You already won it in my eyes.
Your mom, man of the year. We are giving it to you right now.
You guys are my hype squad. Right? I love you guys. I appreciate it. But I'm really good. I'm happy to be here. It's an honor to be here as Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee for the Jets. Just for your work to get recognized. None of us do the work that we do to be recognized, but for it to be noticed and to know that our work's making a difference, it means the world, because there's so many people doing so much amazing work. Whether it's Eric Armstead, Jalen Phillips, all these nominees, but even players off the field, like, Christian, his foundation, they're doing so much amazing work. And just to be recognized and honored, it's truly an honor, and happy to be here. Happy the way, I finished the season. It's good to be here. So I'm happy to be here.
Tell us about the defensive line, though.
Yeah.
It's such an incredible organization.
Yeah, so in honor of my sister Ella, who died in 2018 by suicide, and just through going through the mental health stigma and being thrown in it, and people not talking about it, us not knowing how to talk about it. After a couple of years of just going on, we noticed, hey, like, this is a huge problem in our world, and we need to make a difference. And so we wanted to be proactive. We started the defensive line, where our mission is to end epidemic youth suicide, especially young people of color, by transforming the way we communicate and connect with mental health. And so what we're doing, we're going into schools, businesses, collegiate sports programs, and we have these suicide prevention programs. We're teaching people how to have the language of mental health, how to address, crisis situations, how to look for warning signs of a coworker, classmate, boss, teacher, whatever it is, it isn't feeling well, it might be off. Like, what to do in those situations, how to connect with resources in your area. We're doing all that just to make a safe mental health environment for everyone, so we can save the lives we're around. Because when we're not at home, when we're not with our friends or around our coworkers, around our student athletes, around our teachers, and if they don't know how to handle the situation, like, and that's where a lot of situations happen, like, that can make a big difference and lead to saving lives. So that's what we're trying to do.
Wow.
It's an incredible work that and the defensiveline.org.
Yes.
The defensiveline.org. It's an unbelievable thing. And we talked to your mom about this. It's hard work. Mm-hmm. Like, I think emotionally for you guys to be putting yourself in the situation, but it's for Ella, in honor of Ella. And my heart is like so with you guys. And I've loved you ever since I met you at Stanford. And I just think the work you guys are doing is amazing. And your mom said something that has stuck in my brain for a really long time. And she said that when something happens, a lot of people didn't, when Ella passed away, no one knew what to say. No one knew what to do. And she said, so people kind of went a lot of people went radio silent.
Right.
And the advice that she gave was, even if you don't know what to say something.
Yeah.
And I would just, if there's anything that you had to add to that, or if there's anything, because I think so often we get frozen in.
Right. Because you're so scared to say the wrong thing. You're trying to,
and you don't want to bother them.
Right. But you want them to know at the same time you're thinking about them, you love them, and it's right. Your heart is with them.
How you can support people who might be going through something that is really hard.
No, it's a great question, a great point. Like, after Ella died, like, yes, we had a lot of people who loved us and were there for us, and they were amazing. We thanked them to the day that we died. But a lot of it was like, yes, Ella died, we're sorry, but after that, it was quiet.
Right.
Not like Ella died from cancer or died or from something else. It was like, it's something that we couldn't talk about. And like my mom said, like, if you don't know what to say, just say something. Like, whether it's, hey, I don't know what you're feeling. I don't know what the feelings around suicide are like or mental health, but I'm here for you. I'm a safe place. You don't have to, we have this pressure on us that we have to fix the problem.
Yeah.
We have to make someone feel better. We have to help the situation. A lot of times, anything we say is not going to really help the situation, but just to let someone know that, hey, we're here. I'm here to talk to you. I'll listen. That will make a difference, just to know that, hey, I'm not alone. Because a lot of the time in mental health and suicide and in that realm, a lot of the problem is a lot of people feel alone. They feel like they're the only ones going through it. They're the only ones feeling it. That makes you feel alone, it makes you isolated, and it leads you to those dark days. And so it's important to make people know that, hey, you're not alone. People are here for you. People love you. People care about you. Right. And you don't have to have the perfect thing to say. You don't have to have like a perfect mental health template or suicide template. But just say, hey, like, I'm really sorry, and I know it's hard, but I'm here for you. And if you need to talk, we can talk.
That's great. Great advice. Yeah.
Would you say you've been in the league, 7 years?
Just finished my sixth, going into 7.
Year. Okay, going to your 7. Has the stigma around mental health, has it changed? Has it evolved? Or do you see that it is? Is there guys talking about it more?
Definitely, yeah. It's made, when I first got in this league, I always tell the story. I was a rookie in San Fran. We're about to eat breakfast, and I was about to sit down with our team clinician. She was sitting alone. I was the first ones in there. One of my other teammates grabbed me, and he said, hey, we can't sit there. You might look crazy. So that was my first in the league.
Wow.
And then
what was your reaction to that, by the way?
I didn't like it. I sat with my player. Yeah. But I didn't like the fact, even if it was, I didn't know much about mental health at the time. I wasn't a mental health advocate. But if it was anyone saying, hey, we can't sit by someone because it looks crazy, I don't care your profession or job, I didn't like it. I was a rookie, so I thought I had to sit with my vet, so I decided with my vet. But like, as I've gotten older and become more of myself, like, I definitely don't like that. But the league has definitely made a lot of changes, like whether it's the mental health initiative that the NFL did or just players talking about it. You have A.J. Brown talking about it, Dak Prescott. Some of the best players in the league opening up about their mental health, and it's made a huge difference. Darren Waller, Max Crosby, And you've seen this change over the last few years, guys being able to voice it more, being able to, hey, I've struggled before more. We still have a long way to go, but I will say I'm hopeful, I'm motivated because of just a change in the locker room. Instead of guys just saying, like in the Jets locker room, it's a different locker room for me. It's new. It's not as accepting as the Niners locker room or the Raiders locker room was in mental health. So now it's more of a conversation. We're talking about, like, you guys are asking me, like, okay, like, what is mental health? Like, why does he feel like this? Like, how is that not just a weakness? But now we're having the conversation. Before it was like, we're writing it off, not even talking to me about it. But now, even though they don't understand it, we're having the conversation. We're getting somewhere.
Right. So that's a start.
So it's a big difference, and it's a huge change. And for athletes, it's hard because we're not looked at as people.
Right.
We're looked at as celebrities, athletes, these gladiators.
These men that just compete. That's it. Yeah. And every one of you are human. Yeah, we're your kids. Like you're like my kid.
Yeah, like we're human beings. We're allowed to go through feelings,
right.
emotions. We're allowed to feel anxious. We're allowed to feel depressed.
Right.
We're allowed to have bipolar disorder and other mental health illnesses, and still be an athlete. And I think that gets, just because of the spotlight, social media, everything. Like, we're supposed to be this perfect person because we have money, we have status, everything. But as we know, mental health does not discriminate. You know, whether it's Robin Williams or whoever it is, like, no matter how much money you have, your color, your race, whatever it is, mental health will affect you in any way if you don't know how to take care of yourself. You don't know how to, understand it's okay not to be okay, to love yourself, to be yourself. That is, it's really important.
Yeah, you guys are doing incredible work. I'm very thankful for you guys.
And your mom made the point. She said, I think she said she told you, if you don't have a mental health problem when you get into the NFL, you're going to have one when you get there.
Right.
I'm sure.
You might have a good, strong
because it's a lot. The pressure. And to your point, I truly don't think, and one of the biggest points of feedback we've gotten on this podcast is, it's amazing to see these players as sons and daughters, because you don't think about
right.
When you're a fan of Christian McCaffrey, you don't realize what's going on. When you're a fan of Solomon Thomas, like, you don't think about all the people behind you that are living and through
things that are bugging him. Talk about it. So it's so nice to see football players vulnerable.
Yes,
it shows their human. And I appreciate that. I think it's great. You're brave to do that. Brave to open up like that. Really brave. I know
is it hard?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard every time. Like,
but don't you find when you do, it opens up the world and you become closer to people? I really believe that.
You're so right, and that's what I say about being vulnerable. Like, it opens these conversations that save lives, that connect with people that you never would have been connected before. Like, even if your vulnerability didn't help you, it might have saved the other person, to let them know, hey, he's not alone. Like, when I got in this world of mental health, like, when I opened up about it and I was vulnerable, it opened up this world of other people being vulnerable and showing me that, hey, they struggle, made me not feel alone, or my story made them not feel alone. And just how prevalent of a problem suicide is in our world.
Right.
Just realizing, like, okay, no, I need to keep talking. I need to keep doing this. The defensive line has to keep going, because it's such a common problem that we don't talk about enough.
Right.
And it's so true.
Two last things before we let you go. I know that you've been back to Stanford to talk about the organization and everything, and I know you still are connected to that place. The longer that you're sort of removed from your experience on the farm, do you look back at it differently? Do you think about that time in your life?
Yeah. I'm always like, my time on the farm is very special.
Yeah.
I was around very special people, like our roommate class with Christian, Casey, CJ, Joey, Keller, like, and just our mean 14 class at Stanford, 2014 recruiting class. Very close. Like, we had guys like Shannon Turley, David Shaw, just coaches, Darwin Reynolds, who just like really poured into us. And very special place. So I've loved my time on the farm. But when I go back there, it's always like, it's motivating for me. Like, you're on the crazy smartest people in the world.
Yeah.
Like, all these connections, but they're special because everyone just wants all the people to be great. And I thought that was special about the farm, and I just love my teammates from there. That was
an incredible year. That recruiting class
was so special.
Gosh, I think back.
Like this.
And all the parents too. We were such a we still are. We have a great group text. We're all still part of it.
As far as I know, you're still the only player and teammate of Christian's that Lisa has offered to bathe. So you still hold that status.
Congratulations! I know you're about to get Man of the Year, but
that's probably bigger.
Walter
Payton will be like,
they might announce that actually at the NFL honors on Thursday.
Lisa's going to be on stage with a bat.
Right, with the flex power.
Yes.
I love it.
Flex power, by the way, we got to give you a shout out, because the whole reason we're here on Radio Row is because we partnered with Flex Power. YM20 is the code. 20% off.
Tattoo today.
Yes, YM20. Get it. It is good stuff. If you've got anything that ails you, we're going to send you with some. We're going to send you with some samples. It's not as good as a bath, but it'll be just almost. We got some
bath
bath salts.
And not the kind where you eat the people's face and stuff like that. Not that
No,
kind of bath
okay,
salts.
okay.
No, they're healing,
Okay.
soothing, all natural.
You might actually agree to finally take a bath.
Yeah, and I'll
with
bring the
bath
loofah
salts.
and I'll rub you down with the bath salts.
I love it. I love it. We'll do it.
Shout out to Martha. Thank you
Yeah,
for bringing this amazing man into the world.
Shout out to the mom.
And Chris.
Shout out to
Mom.
Mom.
Shout out to all the
And Chris is the best too.
Yeah.
I haven't even met him yet, but I feel like I follow him on Twitter and I just love it. Yeah.
He's hilarious. I just see my dad tweet is just so funny to me. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing?
Oh,
but he's cute.
Ed's
He's
just
cute.
got really into tweeting.
So we're all like, oh my gosh, are you kidding
I feel like
me?
Ed's been doing it though.
He has, but
The best part is
now he's trying to be funny.
I don't want to blow it up, but when he really tries to be funny, he clears him with Lisa. He's like, "What do you think about this one?" And Lisa's like,
she's a funny one.
Well, and now I'm working. I'm like, I'm working. It's fine. Just do it. And then later on, I'm like, oh, you should have done that.
I know the tables have turned. He's like out getting he's like out on his 8th workout of the day.
Yeah,
taking a hot tub.
He had lunch and now he's napping.
Oh,
yeah. Sounds like the life.
I'm
Solomon Thomas.
Yes.
Thanks for coming
Love
on, your
you
mom.
so much.
You're the
guys.
best.
Oh, thank you.
That's it. Your mom. The first time that we've had a repeat guest.
Right.
This is a big deal. Martha Thomas, the one and only, unbelievable mom to maybe our favorite interviewer yet.
Yeah.
Solomon
Best
Thomas
day
was
ever.
amazing
Because of
yesterday.
Solomon, yeah.
For joining us on Radio Row. It is great to see you. It's good to be out in Phoenix with you. This is awesome.
It's great to be here.
Yeah. And tell everyone why you're here.
I am here to be Solomon's +1 because he is a Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee for the Jets.
Isn't that an amazing sentence to say?
Yeah, that's what I made.
Yeah,
Like
it's
a
really
teary-eyed.
cool.
Right?
I feel like it was just yesterday. I was bathing him. He throws up so fast.
Oh my God.
We clarified that yesterday. That
We
I
did.
never,
We went through
never
that.
have paid attention.
We got real clarity on that on the
Martha,
record.
are you so proud?
I am so
Obviously,
proud.
Yes.
And most, because so many guys do so much work in the
Yeah.
league. And it goes unnoticed. And to be actually recognized for the work you do is incredible for Solomon.
Yeah. And it's an opportunity for you to continue sharing the story around the defensive line.
Yes.
And I think the work that you guys are doing is incredible. Can you give us an update on kind of what you launched it how many years ago?
A year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago? So,
Yes.
you guys are still in the very beginning stages, honestly.
We
I'm sure it
are,
doesn't feel
yeah.
that way because when you do a startup, it's like the dog years. But tell me where you guys are right now, what you're
So
seeing.
we're doing workshops for leaders of young people. And our reason for that is, as a teacher, I felt like if everyone who had a group of kids, knew how to listen and knew how to talk and make their places safe for kids to talk about their mental health, then that would impact so many more kids. Like every teacher, high school or middle school teacher sees like 150 kids a day. If everyone could make that a warm place where it was safe to talk and knew the language and knew how to have that conversation, I think we'd make greater strides with our youth.
Absolutely.
We're having Michael Gervais, who's a high-performance psychologist, sports psychologist, come on in just a little bit. And one of the things that I've heard him talk about is that we have kind of a branding problem because we call it mental health.
It should be mental wellness.
Mental wellness.
Yes. Exactly. That's
It should be mental wellness.
And we're trying to normalize talking about mental health, but there is a stigma attached with that. So mental wellness is how we should be framing
Yes,
it.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And we're working on trying to do that.
Yeah.
But we've been saying mental health for so long but I do believe mental wellness is the way to kind of change a lot of the stigma that goes with talking about mental health issues.
Were you excited when he asked you to be your +1?
Oh, it was so sweet.
What are you wearing?
Oh, well, me and clothes are a challenge.
We talked about this before the draft.
Yes.
Wait, what are you wearing?
What are you wearing? So, something different for me. It's not black, and there is no black in it.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh,
so stay
that's
tuned on
unusual,
that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Can't wait. Okay,
I
good. You're
love
gonna
it.
leave us hanging. Well, I'll have to tune in.
Yeah.
Tune in. And it's
I
not
know.
long either.
Oh wow!
Okay.
I love. Well, you have hot legs. You're hot. Yeah.
Of course.
You better show off. Yeah. Right?
We got to get the picture so we can make sure that we post this
100%.
on.
We'll put that on our website.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, has it been? Did you just get in town though? When did you?
Yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's
Good.
crazy.
And it's tonight. The award ceremony's tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, I will see you there.
I love it. No, I'm not going. I'm not a +1. No.
Oh,
I didn't get the invite.
Christian did not extend the +1 to.
No,
to
Olivia's
his mom.
flying in for it. So
all
he's
right.
go.
Okay.
My big fat ass is going to be at home on my sofa in a robe, maybe watching it if I can stay awake.
only to see
Martha. Once
Martha.
I see Martha, I'm turning it off and I'm gonna pass out. So yeah, that's it. And I'm
Solomon's
actually
got a pretty hot suit too. He's gonna
oh,
look.
I love
gonna
it.
look great.
So is Chris here too with you or no?
No.
Oh,
he
didn't
stayed
get
at home.
I love it.
He's got the rescue dogs this week.
Oh, okay, good.
And how are you guys? How is everything?
Good. I mean, we still have sad days.
Yeah.
It's just something that you learn to live with. But I also feel like because we've experienced great sadness, we also experience great joy.
Wow.
And watching Solomon and being part of this is one of those.
Yeah. Right. This is a good moment.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you appreciate it. Makes you appreciate those moments.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's
true. Absolutely.
It's true. You live more fully,
And you know
I think,
what?
when you've gone through.
Ella would be proud of you guys and him. She would be. I know her. And she would be front row center.
I was thinking
I know what she'd wear, that's for sure.
She
I
would
can
be.
picture exactly
She
what
would look
wear.
amazing.
Yep.
And it might be black, but
but she would stand out.
yeah. My only regret about going is that it's not Ella as his +1.
Yeah.
So,
but I know we've talked about this. You feel her around you all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does she show? Like, where does she show up? How does she show up?
Sometimes I just hear in my head, like, Mom, get over it. Like, move on. Keep doing more. Do better. Stop, dwelling on, you can do this, Usually very encouraging, especially encouraging of Solomon.
Yeah.
And that's so true of her. Her personality, everything. That's exactly what she'd be doing.
Yeah.
And I had a friend call me the other day who has gone through some loss and was having one of those moments of it was a really hard, grief-filled day. And I guess just from your experience, when you go through something like that, when you have a bad day, when it feels heavier than normal, what's the advice that you would give her? How do you kind of get through that?
Acknowledge it. Really, it's okay to be sad. We don't always have to be happy. We don't have to have the Instagram life, right?
Yeah.
But some days are really sad, and I think, honor that sadness. Some days it just hits you and it knocks you down. But it doesn't mean you don't get up. You keep getting up, and that's what gives us hope. That's what allows us to shine and rise and get up faster the next time.
I still think about that sticky note that you told us about that has the hearts all around it. And it's a wonderful image. Embrace the pain, but embrace the joy. And you've got a lot of joy today. So go enjoy it.
Solomon has my vote.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, no matter what those NFL people, who cares?
And if you see Christian, make sure you make him feel really guilty about
it meant so much to me that Solomon invited me.
It's the greatest joy a mom could ever have.
Great joy.
And you should say, what is Lisa wearing?
Oh, Martha Thomas, we love you. It's so good to see you. Our first repeat guest.
Yay!
Oh, love it.